I'm gonna play it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I got you. Um, I think I'm gonna start it off. First of all, peace and blessings, everybody. I'm Rashawn Ali, and I got my dog with me, Mr. Let Go, aka Aaron. Say something, man.
What's going on, y'all? This about to be I got an idea what we talking about. So yeah, this is about to be crazy.
It's definitely about to be crazy. Um, listen. I've been getting. I'm right now. I'm going viral on TikTok for two videos right now, right? And it's causing a lot of conversation. So the first thing I'm gonna play it, right? I'm gonna play one of the videos that is going crazy right now. Um, and I want to hear your mind, y'all. This is his first reaction to it.
Yeah.
This is his first reaction to it. So let me play this back, right? I'm gonna start off with the most controversy one, right? Which is no, that's gonna be second. I got you. Hold on for a second. Let me get to this one. Where is it at? Oh yeah, where is it at? Oh, men knows. Here we go, right here. Right? So click, share, share screen. So tell me what you think, eh? It's a woman's intuition. The whole
it's true, right? Yo, we be knowing
because men have that too. Women be acting like that's just designed for them.
Wait. Men have an intuition too, for real?
Oh, men no.
Wait, an intuition regarding what though? Like I need to know.
Men
like if women cheat, y'all be knowing or what?
Man that's paying attention to his woman. Knows we know when you acting different. You can't help but to act different, especially when you cheating with the same person over and over again. Because now you start acting like the person who you doing.
Who you cheating
with.
Women
reflects light. So the key to what gives y'all off is you start talking different. You're like, what is this language? You don't sound like your friends. We know when men knows when you talking and comes out your mouth. They know what friend you was talking to. They know the whole 9 yards. So when you sound different than the circle, then it's like.
Damn, this intuition better than ours, Natasha.
No, but it's the truth. So it's not that it's better. It's just paying attention to yourself and your surroundings. Like you, my woman, we've been together for some time.
Like, I do think that when women start talking to another man, they start to get like bothered by the men they're with. Like I've heard a lot of women tell me that. Like anything they do, it's just like,
of course.
Oh, this guy was breathing like near me, yo.
Yeah. What'd you think about that?
Okay, so the first thing is I agree with what you're saying. It's a vibration thing. Like human beings vibrate at the same capacity or same wavelength or whatever the word is when they've been around each other for a long time. You know how two women could say that, you know, they say two women being around each other, their periods start at the same time or whatever. Well, with men, you know, we don't have that periods or whatever, but we start talking like each other. We start acting like each other. Our tone changes. We might start cussing more or cussing less. And we start acting like each other. This is a human thing, right? So if your lady is cheating on you, she's naturally going, like you said, she's going to mirror what the other man is doing, how he's talking, how he's thinking, what he wants. She may actually start listening to rap music out of nowhere. She might just fall in love with one particular song, and you like, why are you listening to that? You know what I'm saying? And you don't know she's been around another dude. So yeah, we vibrate differently. So the way a woman, and the reason why women's intuition isn't really a thing, it's just dumb. People have intuition. It's not women's intuition. See, men don't really care. Like we're not so in tuned into a woman where we actually care if she's cheating, because we don't think about that stuff, because we actually have lives. The typical man's girlfriend doesn't really have a life. The man is her life. So she's just sitting there staring at him through the whole relationship, breathing like him, looking at him, paying attention to what he's doing, finding out what he wants. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, she's going to notice that the change of vibration has happened because she's sitting there staring at him all the time. You ain't never wake up and, you know, you in a bed with a woman, she's sitting there staring at you like this. Like, women stare at you in real life, you know? Yeah. So, what's up, Alan? So, it's not intuition, it's just simply attention, you know, and you can easily, if you're paying attention to somebody else, you can easily see them talking different, acting different, vibrating differently, and then you'll finally be able to say, okay, something's wrong. We know women cheat when we actually sit down and start paying attention to them like they pay attention to us, which is never. So we never really know if a woman's cheating. You know,
on there, they kept on saying, and which is all true. You know, men and women operate differently. So like a man could get the gut feeling. He's not going to ask you without evidence. Right. For the most part, when a man, you have exceptions to the rule. And I'm not, remember when I talk, just my disclaimer, I always talk about the majority, not the minority, right?
Man, you putting out disclaimers, man.
I got to, because sometimes people take, well, you didn't say, like, I don't like that, and I don't know how you coming, so I just had to make that point.
Yeah.
So men won't say nothing until when a man says something to you about cheating,
it's already over.
He already know.
Mm-hmm.
He already know. And we gonna wait until we get, like, a lot of times women get that gut feeling. I had a dream the other day that I see that you wanted to try polygamy. Like, right. Bro, don't subject me to your dreams. Like, you feel me? Then they start doing the searching.
Mm-hmm.
You know, men gonna wait until, you know, he's paying attention to now you more agitated. You know, everything that I do is all wrong. You finding reasons to leave, to leave the house. You find the reasons to, now you all of a sudden, I want to be free. Like, you hearing all of the excuses, you know, the whole night. You can even, if this your woman and y'all being intimate, you can tell that her energy is different. All of these are things that happens, and that a man knows that, yo, something, you know, you hiding something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day. And they was getting mad at me online because they was like, bro, you telling the game. Trust me, a lot of times I just didn't like that people we have grown to think that men don't have feelings or don't see things. Like, we don't have intuition. Like, we don't, like, that's only subjected to one gender. No, it's not.
Right.
You know, a lot of times some of these dudes might know that you stepping out, but some of these dudes don't really care about you that way.
And that's the thing. We just don't care.
He like, as long as you're not all open in public with it, because he's doing his thing. So he pick and choose when he gonna say something. A lot of times he might, you know, it's a lot that unpacking that.
Mm-hmm. Let me say this. Our intuition is actually used in productive ways, and worrying about if a woman's cheating isn't productive. Nobody cares. So women just don't have a lot to do with their lives. So they just, like I told you, when they got a man, their whole lives are based on the man, right? And it is okay. That's kind of like the woman's nature. She's going to tend to the man, make sure the man is this and that, you know, pay attention, all that stuff, right? So one way is that's easy for a woman, for a man to know that something's wrong is when she stops paying attention to him, when she stops getting mad at stuff, when she stops complaining, you know. So because that means her attention is no longer on you, you know. So if in most cases you're her end all be all, so if you blink twice, she's like, what's wrong, you know? So she stops paying attention to you. That means her attention is somewhere else. So that's an easy way for a man to tell if a woman is cheating. But our intuition is on safety. Like, we can tell if somebody's walking up behind us. If I'm walking down the street, I'm listening to footsteps. You know, my ears are open to things that would make me feel safe, you know, and ain't nobody thinking about a woman. We thinking about, you know, surviving, you know what I'm saying? So like, I did this test years ago. Every time I went to the grocery store, I would come barreling down each aisle with my buggy, right? Because in each aisle is always what? What is a person doing in each aisle I go down?
Looking for
With they bugging in the middle of the aisle, right?
Yeah.
Or they stand in the middle of the aisle, right? So every aisle I went down is always somebody in the damn way. And it's okay, right? So I would come barreling down the aisle, and almost every time the guy would see me from his peripheral and move himself or move his buggy out of the way in time so I can keep going. Virtually every single time when there was a woman in the middle of the aisle, she had no idea that I was coming. And I would literally have to say, ma'am, excuse me. And she was like, oh, sorry. Right? So this is an example of what intuition actually is. We look at intuition as what's going on around us, not what my girlfriend is doing. Because what's going on around us is way more important than what your damn girlfriend is doing. Like, because if she's cheating, if she's not cheating, I'm not going to get killed because you cheating on me. But if I'm not paying attention to my surroundings, I can get killed. You know, just as a man. You know what I mean? Something can happen to us. So we use our intuition when it comes to knowing our surroundings and not a woman.
I just think that, not that we don't think that it can't happen to us. Some of us do, but not that we don't think that it can't happen to us. But you know, because security isn't just a physical thing, it's also a mental thing as well. You want to know what's going in the mind of your whoever you're living with, your woman. This is your woman. You don't want somebody to be planting bad seeds in her mind about you, or just negativity. So you are trying to secure and protect her in that aspect. Remember, a man's job is to protect. It's not just a physical aspect, but you want to protect your woman mentally, emotionally, in all aspects. That's your nature. So, like, if a man is violating or she's stepping out and cheating on you, naturally she's conversing with another man, and his thoughts is start to get implemented in your relationship, and they start messing up the way how the way how y'all function in your relationship naturally. So you want to protect that mind, and you can tell when something is off. And as I said, like, a lot of times when you know and you met her friends and you hear the way they think the whole 9 yards, and your woman, you don't even have to be, y'all been together for some time, you don't even have to hear the conversation between her and her friends. You can tell which friend she had a conversation with. You can tell which friend said whatever the whole 9 yards, because you know they're thinking, right? And so when something is off and she hits you with something that's totally like, you like, where you get, now you asking like, where you get that from? You know what I'm saying? Like, what now you investigating. Now you like, where you get you asking, where did you get that from? You know what I mean? So why? Because she's hitting you with something that's out of the ordinary, that doesn't fall in line with the pattern, the thinking of the pattern that you are normally used to. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So like, yeah, man, that's that. I don't know why. And a lot of times women misconstrue thinking that because we don't say something, we don't know something.
Let me ask you something, Ra. Somebody on Facebook Live also, and somebody says a woman has nothing to do with her time, right? Yes, women don't have nothing to do with their time. Women don't be doing nothing. So, in your opinion, Women don't be doing nothing. So, in your opinion, do women be having something to do with their time, or they don't be doing nothing? Yeah, bring it back to the other one. I like the other one.
I got you that one right here. I got you.
In your opinion, because women don't be doing nothing. Women just be sitting around not doing nothing. You know, call a woman and she actually be doing something, or you call her and you be like, "What you doing?" "Oh, nothing. Just in the kitchen. Just looking at TV. I'm in the bathroom."
Honestly, bro, I think she just like you. See, because the people make time for what they want to make time for. I'm not going. I get what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, because you be like, "Oh no, I'm not doing nothing." Right? Like, I'm just sitting here. Like, I got you. But that's just the beautiful thing about that. Like, the beautiful thing about that, if you get a woman saying that to you a lot, and this is a woman that is competent, that means you know she do things with her time. But every time you call her, she's like, "Oh no, I'm not doing nothing." That means that she likes you. That means she likes you. Because now, if you calling her up and it's, "Yeah, I'm gonna call you right back. I'm doing X." You're not her favorite. You're not high on that list, beloved. You somewhere between the 4th and 5th. You're not. You're definitely not the point guard of the team. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, or the shooting guard. All right. Okay. You just the power forward, baby. You know what I mean? Coming off the bench. I'm just keeping all the way, keeping it real. You know. So
you think women actually have stuff to do with their time?
I think competent women have things to do with their time. I think competent women, and just because, like, if we look at it, obviously, you know what it is. So women who have, it's different types of women. So you have women who organize their time where they work and they make good money. So now they don't know what to do outside of work. Outside of work, it's like they either they want to hang out with their homegirls, or if they're a homebody, right? If they're a homebody, if they're a homebody,
they always have women are homebodies.
Yeah, they always trying to organize something new. They ain't really doing that.
They just be in the kitchen and organizing themselves.
I mean, I caught what you were saying. So I'm with you on it. But it's just the way how it sounds. We know somebody was going to take what you say wrong. Not that they're not competent. It's just that
you just don't have nothing to do with your life. You could be extremely smart and still have nothing to do with your life. You know what I'm saying? So, because Paris will talk about, he just want to stir a controversy. No, like, or Toya, no, like, women don't be doing nothing. They just sit around the house doing nothing when they get off work. They just go to work, come home, go to the grocery store. You know, they don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So women have more time on their hands to pay attention to us when we're actually doing stuff. You know, we ain't got time to be staring or worrying about no woman. You know, if our woman. And then here's another thing, though, Raw, that's important to bring up. We gonna kick you out if you cheating on us. If we cheat on you, you just want to know why we cheating on you, and you're gonna stay. So that's another reason why you want to know so bad, because you just don't want us to cheat again. So you're trying to put all the pieces together so you can stop us from cheating. We don't want to stop you from cheating. If you cheat, you getting the hell out of my house, and it's over. So we don't care that you're cheating, because we like, you know, she better not be cheating, because if she cheating, she out of here. A woman is planning on staying with you. A lot of men don't plan on trying to get you to not cheat again. So her attention, and then a woman has an attention to detail that's more than us, because like I said, they don't be having nothing to do with their lives, so they have to have an attention to detail because they ain't be doing nothing. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a pre-planning of forgiving us when they catch us cheating, but they need to know enough information so they can stop us from cheating the second, third, fourth time, because they ain't gonna go nowhere.
Let me try to translate what you just said. Stop me if I'm wrong, if my translation is off. A lot of men don't want to know if you're cheating, because he knows if he finds out that you're cheating,
it's over.
It's over. So he's trying to prevent that by not wanting to know.
Right.
Or I should say, not trying to search for
right.
it.
Right.
Not like you, if you want to know if somebody's cheating on you or not, but we're not searching through everything. The minute that we get into that mode of searching through stuff,
oh yeah, I'm hoping you're cheating so I can get you out of here.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm looking for an excuse to get you out of my house. Yeah,
100%. When a man is,
you ever had a woman that you kind of wanted, you was hoping she cheated on you, so get rid of her and not feel guilty? I've been there. I've been there before.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, so why don't she cheat on me? Like,
yeah, like so
I could blame it on her while I don't want to be with her.
Yeah. So you got to find the extreme, right?
Yeah, you cheated on me. You know what? All I've done for you, and in my mind, I'm like, thank you. Get out of here.
Something wrong with you, y'all. Something is really wrong with A, y'all. Yo, something's really wrong with A, y'all. I swear. Listen. I think, you know what? With that being said, I want to move on to this next topic, right? Because I know you got it out here at 4:30, and this next topic is so juicy. I know that we can break down some barriers on this one right here.
Okay.
Tell me what you think. Listen to this.
Of your life, and you want to know why she stayed with grandpa. Like, you wanted her to leave grandpa because you thought that she would be okay. I remember I was watching Love and Basketball, and I watched Sanaa Lathan, her mom. She was getting on her mom about her accepting being, I guess, either arguments or being cheated on. That was the thing. And she said, you should have something about she should have left. And her mother slapped her and says, I stayed because of you. What brought
sacrifices?
She said, because you wasn't happy. She said, I was happy.
Women want to be Jesus so bad.
Children happy. Yeah. She no longer, that's what made her happy. You thought cooking didn't make grandma happy, but grandma was working out the problems in her mind while cooking. That was therapy for her. You thought that was a chore, but that's what she wanted to do. You thought that laundry was a chore, but that's what she wanted to do. While she was pressing your clothes, your little dresses, she was thinking about her problems and how to deal with what was the best manner to deal with a situation that she was going through. So she was releasing stress during that process.
I be doing that when I do laundry.
You grew up thinking that that's a chore. No, that's just something that was therapy to Big Grandma. Now, that might not be a therapy for you, and that's all fine. But don't dealing with what they choose to deal with. You just worry about what you can deal with.
Bring it back bigger. Yeah. All right. Well, know what I gotta say?
Now, one little disclaimer. It wasn't her, Sanaa Lathan's mother wasn't the one. She didn't stay after getting cheated on. It was Quincy's mom who actually got cheated on, and she left her father. But her, Sanaa Lathan's mother in Love and Basketball, she stayed with her. She stayed, kept the family together, even though she had other ambitions to do other things. But she sacrificed her own personal ambitions because she had children for the happiness and she found happiness in her children instead of her own other ambitions. You know what I'm saying? She just switched ambitions. But the point remains the same though. So I just want to make that disclaimer.
Why do women want to be Jesus so badly? I don't understand. I sacrificed. Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you want to be Jesus so bad? Like, you're not Jesus, okay? Like, no, it's not about sacrificing. You're getting something out of it. Also, if you leave the man, you gonna have to pay your own bills, and you ain't gonna be able to find another man because you don't got old. Ain't got nothing doing no damn sacrificing. It's just making sense of the situation. You're not Jesus. I sacrificed. Look what I've done for everybody. No, ain't nobody else gonna put up with your mess. You got a dude that don't marry you. Sit your butt down somewhere and be happy. You know, darn well, you get back out here, the possibility of you getting married again is like 2%. No, that's why you stayed. That's why grandmama stayed. Grandmama was a little overweight. You know what I'm saying? From eating all the little soul food and stuff. Just tad bit, you know, 270. You know what I'm saying? He's 48 years old, you know.
Yo.
Well, grandma's back then be like 60, 50 years old, but you know what I'm saying? But she put up with her husband's mess when she was 30 and 40 because, you know, she started getting up in, you know, weight, age, you know, because big mama, no, ain't nobody trying to get with her.
No, listen.
She got to stay with granddad.
Listen, let me say this. What I didn't like is this, because the name of that thing is women need to stop blaming other women for not leaving and working out their problems in their marriages.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, we have a thing that we look at our big grandmothers or grandmothers as being weak, like they were weak back then. They were not weak. No, they were fat. Form of fashion. No, and they was not out of weight when they was young. Stop the shenanigans. We see our grandmothers now. Yes, they overweight because they older and all of that don't catch up to them.
Okay.
Grandma, back in the day, there wasn't that a lot of fat people or obese. We're gonna use that term because I know obesity really like that back then. The more back that we go, the more it was less obesity. The more now it's more common today than it was. Not that it wasn't no obesity back then, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So why? Because they worked out in the field, they had the gardens, we lived off the land, etc. It's a whole bunch of different reasons, right?
That makes sense.
Right? We was more outside, everything was different. Today, you know, we stayed in the house playing games all day. We want to do it's so different. Right, so all of that stuff get to set in, but big grandma was not weak, no shape, form, or fashion. Just like there is situations that and
Rob,
what's up?
Why are you calling her big grandma? It's like she's Suge Knight or something. Like,
nah, because I say big grandma, that means our great grandmother.
Like she a security guard or something.
When I say big grandma, I'm talking about our great grandmother.
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
When I say grandma, I'm just talking about your mom's or father's parent.
Okay.
When I say big grandma, I'm talking about your mom's father's parents' parent, right? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha. Right? Great grandma. Okay, gotcha.
Big mama, big mama, right?
Yeah.
So big mama, she was not weak, no shape, form, or fashion. And they make it seem like, oh, well, she had. I do not like this. Black people have an image of a big grandma or our grandmothers like they didn't work. White women didn't work. Black women had to work. Stop smearing everything on where we get this narrative that big grandma didn't work. They were nurses' aides. They were they was cleaning up houses. They was they was working in the fields.
She worked at Sears and Roebuck back in the day.
Back in the day, bro. Where this mentality that black women wasn't working. Black women always been working from the plantation, and even when they quote unquote let us go. The man wasn't making that much money to take care of every single thing. Stop the shenanigans. What part of America were you living in? Now, when you look at history, and because I had to sit back and I know that narrative amongst us. That's what they were saying. So they was like, well, she had to stay with grandpa because she ain't had no choice. That's a lie. Some women, first of all, let's be clear here. Let's look at it like this. If you say grandpa was running around and had children everywhere, which is true, right? You better be lucky that he stayed with your grandma. Because that means if he got children in 2-3 different places, that means he wasn't with those 2-3 women because he lived at home with your grandmother. So what about the other 2 grandmothers or the other 2 women that he was dealing with, who she's with? We forget that sometimes, and grandma was sometimes had children from someone else, and granddad still took care of that child with all 9 or 8, 9 of his other children.
So you saying grandma was a single mother when they got together? You talking about that scenario?
Yeah,
she had children before.
No, I'm saying it's many different scenarios. Just the point of the matter that I'm trying to say is we make it seem like things that's happening it's just more broadcast and we get, and let's be clear here. The number one reason for divorce is finance. It's not abuse. It's not abuse. When I made that post earlier, everybody went to the extremes. Well, you shouldn't stay in an abusive relationship. Of course, nobody telling you to stay in an abusive relationship. No one's telling you that you're getting your eyes knocked in your head, that you're supposed. Stop going to the extremes. Today, people are getting divorced for the littlest things. People are getting divorced because you don't want to come up with a financial plan where y'all can work together and getting y'all bread.
Right.
People are getting divorced because you heard some, you see your friends traveling all around the world, with their sugar daddies or with or with some scammer. And then now you want to live that life. And because your man he's a working man and he don't make that money, and he has some flaws that you don't like, now you ready to run and get a divorce. Stop trying to stop trying to group everything all into or stop trying to go to the extremes when we running around judging women for wanting to stay in their marriage and iron out their problems.
Yeah.
They say, well, children shouldn't be in unhealthy situations. And I know I'm saying a lot, I'm gonna let you unpack. They said children should be in a healthy environment and see healthy relationships with their parents. You're right. No one is going to argue that. However, children also need to see, and then I'm not talking about something so toxic like they're watching physical abuse, but they should be able to see if there's disagreements that both their parents could come together and work out their agreements. Why? Because children goes off of actions, not what you just tell them. So now when they get older, they're not, when a man or they woman pissing them off, the first thing they ain't trying to do is shut down and not want to talk about it. They get to learn to work through their problems. Why? Because they watch mommy and daddy work through their problems.
Yeah.
Stop making it seem like there's no bad moment. If you with someone long enough, you're going to have down moments. It's like the stock market. It goes up and down. Brain waves. When you study brain waves, it goes up and down on the chart. Heart waves, it goes up and down on the chart. You have ups and downs in your relationships. Work through those problems. And again, we're not talking about the extremes, but I'm gonna let you unpack that.
One thing you said earlier was interesting. And you said this, so everybody get mad at him and not me. You said that a woman's friends, she's gonna try to get the woman to, in some type of way, do the opposite of what she wants to do. So if she's like, yo, I want to leave this guy, he's trash, the friends is gonna be like, no, girl, go on and stick it out. You need to stay with him. He's a good man. But if she turns around and says, you know what, I'm gonna stay for the kids, she's gonna be like, no, you need to leave him. Can you elaborate on that? Because that was really interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like misery loves company. I don't think that a lot of times we get in times like women, from what I've learned from women, mind you, I'm learning this from women. Most of the time, the things that I say about women is because I was taught by a woman, right? About it. So in conversations, I hear women say like, a lot of times, yeah, you need to live a little. They see a friend. They can have a friend that been in a relationship with one guy throughout their whole 20s.
Yeah.
Young, man, she been with that nigga for 13, 15 years. She haven't lived. What do you mean she didn't have lived? That she wasn't single. She knew how to stay in a relationship and be faithful to a man. And she wasn't out running the streets like you was running the streets? That's what you mean? Living is running the streets? No, that's not living. She knows about commitment. You don't know nothing about commitment. And to me, I think it comes from a sense of jealousy that and envy and jealousy that you didn't find the man that make you stay with him, or you couldn't do the things to work out conflict resolutions with that man, and you quit. And now why one of your friends, because they only really be having one friend that be like that been staying with this guy. She got married young, she had children, and sometimes her friend, because she's seeing all of that friend sometimes see her other friends on boats, the whole 9 yards, but realizing they got a whole bunch of bodies on them, or they really doing more harm to themselves, and they don't know how to be committed to somebody. Wow. She don't really know the value that she's actually doing, so she thinks she's missing something, and she really not missing anything. She's really not missing anything, right? Because now your children get to see both mommy and daddy, and no, it don't look. It's not. We think we put everything other than the right way as being glamorous. So if it's which is the right way is working out problems and staying with that guy. That's the right way. And it doesn't look glamorous. Why? Because that's not what they promote on TV. That's not what's popping. You thinking that you want to order that new dress from Fashion Nova and be out here and run the streets. That's what's glamorous to you. You've been listening to all of the wrong, and then you listen to all of the wrong people. Your favorite artists, normally all of them, Nicki, Cardi B, they married. They go home to their husbands. They put out the music for you to listen to and twerk to the whole 9 yards, but they all got a man. Right. They understand that this is music and that's just what it is. But their real life, their children is being raised. Look what happened with Offset and Cardi B, and he was wrong. If she chose to leave him for cheating, she had every right to do so, and no one would have been mad with her.
I agree.
Go back for Offset. Girl, you need to leave him. This, that, and the third. Love, mind your damn business.
Because these miserable women want the woman that's married, that may be going through stuff. She wants her to be miserable back with them so they can be back on the same level. And the woman has an opportunity to turn around and marry somebody before her. Because that's all it is. It's a big competition. You know what I'm saying? They just look to compete with each other, and they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose an argument, let alone lose this life competition of, who's going to have, a better life between one woman and the other woman, So, and this is why I always tell women that, listen to other women at your own risk, because 95% of the time they're going to tell you some wrong stuff, unless there's a married elder, but overall, if y'all somewhat the same age, she only knows the same stuff that you know. And if you don't know nothing, she don't know nothing. A lot of women, they friends be just as dumb as a blocks of rocks, but they listen to their friends, which means like, what does that say about you? If you got a dumb friend and you keep listening to her, but I'm never going to understand why women listen to other women. It just makes no sense, especially when it has something to do with a man. But you leave him, or like you single.
The thing about it is, somebody said, or she knows that the woman could do much better than the cheater she's dealing with. That might be true, sis, and no one will argue about that. However, at the same sentence,
I will
listen. No, at the same time, that might not be a big deal. Like, what's big to you is not big to others. You have to also realize that some things is not a big deal to certain people, and some people, if she got cheated on by a man, but now when I tell you, and a man, I done seen so many situations where women do take men back, and they tell you the story about 20 years later, they tell you like, yeah, my husband did X, Y, and Z, but after we worked through that, he's been great. He's been a great husband. He's been emotionally there. You know, the whole 9 yards. Everybody's story is different, which is why my grandmother always say, when two people are married, really, when people are in relationships, mind your business. Because sometimes you could be looking at, she's telling you, and it's so many cases of this that I heard from women. It'd be so many cases that women be dealing with men, and every time she catches her cheating, catches him cheating, she tell her friends, yeah, this ain't cheating, X, Y, Z, this and third. But what they don't know that she's cheating too, and she been cheating.
And the friend knows she's cheating because the friend can't not tell her homegirl she's cheating. She's helping her cheat.
Yeah, cheat. Well, sometimes, but now no, hold on. Hey, sometimes you have some women. You've been in situations before.
I ain't never in my life heard of a woman cheating her man and her friend don't know.
Listen, let me finish my thought. So you never had a woman say to you, trust me, my friend not like that. I know my friend. She's not like that. And then come to find out her friend is really like that. You never been in that
situation. That's what I'm saying.
So you think that her friend, you just think that
women know that their friends are hoes, but they never, like, come on, man. Women know everything about other women. Women can't keep nothing to themselves.
No, hold on. Can I say this? Let me just say this. I just was with I can't really say it right now, but somebody just called me up about, she tried to put her stamp on this girl, right? And she even wanted me to talk to the girl. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. But I kind of already knew, like, you could tell somebody's pedigree. Like, then she's like, trust me, my friend is a good friend. Just that she was running the whole thing down.
Yeah.
She called me up the other day talking about, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just found some things out. I said, stop talking for your friends. You don't know. If your friend is out here thoughting, some friends might say something, but your friend not about to be like, oh yeah, I done F him and then his best friend. And they're not about to tell you all of their business. They're not about to tell you all of their business.
I disagree. I think they do tell all their business.
I don't think so. I don't think women tell all of their business to their friends. I think they tell a lot, but I don't think they tell all of their friends to their business.
So let me respond to Destiny. Destiny says, oh, she knows that women can do much better than the cheater. No, she doesn't. Okay. The reason why she knows that the woman, her friend, can do better than the guy that's cheating on her. No, she can't. Because if she could, she wouldn't be with the guy that's cheating on her. See, this is another annoying thing that women do with each other. They encourage each other with no context. They just robotically encourage each other. Girl, you could do better, knowing that she can't. You know what I'm saying? They just say dumb stuff to make the woman feel better, knowing is a lie. Women lie to themselves, and women, they lie to each other. It's sad. So when it comes to women thinking that their friend can do better, it's a lie. You know your friend can't do better, because she wouldn't be with this dude if that was the case. So if or when she leaves this particular dude, she's going to get with the same type of dude with a different name after him, because at the end of the day, her friend, is never going to do better than this particular trash guy until she becomes better and not be, or refrains from being, a trash woman. Trash people attract trash people. Okay. So if your man is trash, it's because you were trash, but you don't want to admit that you trash. But why are you with trash? Why do you have baby? Why did you have a baby with trash? Women love to just sit around. Oh, I could do better. Okay, if you could do better, why aren't you doing better? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So let me say this. So I just want to repeat this. So the only way your friend, whoever the woman is, the only way she can actually do better is by becoming better and, getting therapy or doing something inside, about herself, about her levels of insecurities or whatever, instead of just sitting around lying to your friends, saying all this dumb stuff, talk about you could do better. She can't. That's why she's with this fool. freaking women just love lying to each other.
You know what's funny though, and I didn't know this, and I just found this out. Well, I had an idea of it, but I just really was being confirmed. You know, another reason why you mind your business, even when you think, oh, she's dealing with a guy that's a cheater. Do you know sometimes, like, women are coming out? Some, not all women, but it's a small minority of women that likes dealing with the men, or like Voyager, like, well, I think that's what you call it. Like, they would like watching their men, or that whole, they addicted to the intimacy or the sexual.
I'm confused.
They are addicted to the sexual passion of makeup sex after a man cheats. And some men do that the same way with women too. Like
it makes a woman feel unwanted. Right? So now she has to test the waters of being wanted. So now he's going to act like he really is sorry, and it's going to make the woman feel really wanted because he's really sorry. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 100%. But so I never knew that was a real thing.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes we become so biased with our friends, to add what you were saying with the woman.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what your friend like. She's not about to tell you, oh yeah, you don't know what they're getting themselves in. Like, imagine if you was Will and Jada's friends. Now we know today that they had an open marriage, right? But imagine if you was their friends. They don't have to come to you and tell you I have an open marriage. That's none of your goddamn business. But then now you hearing Will with somebody else, and you hearing Jada with someone else. You like, oh man, she cheating on you, or you Will's friend. I mean, or Jada's friend, he cheating on you. This and that. You don't know. Mind your business, because you don't know what their agreements is. You don't. Sometimes women and men just don't like the embarrassment. So now it's out there. It's the embarrassing part that's out there that makes them, they hurt. I was watching that Tiny and T.I. show, right? T.I. family show.
Yeah.
And when T.I. was messing around with Bernice, and they
had broke up. She kicked them out the house, so they were separated when he was with her.
So what happened was Tiny kept on nagging him about it, and then next thing you know, he said, cut it out, because you already knew what's up. You just mad because it got out there. So she knew already, but she had to save face publicly to her friends and everybody else, and to the public, because it's out there. Some people just don't want to feel embarrassed because you got a whole bunch of people calling you stupid, whole bunch of people in your business. Mind your business. You don't know what people are going through. Go ahead.
It was Bernice though. Like,
I know it was. Chill. I'm not chill.
I'm just saying, like, any man gets caught cheating with Bernice Burgos, just let it go. You're gonna make yourself look dumb, because anybody, male or female, gonna be like, okay, I get it. It's Bernice.
With the extras, but I could never go to makeup sex. Too many out here raw dogging it, and I do not want these problems. How okay, mind the business that pays you, period. But T.I. and Tiny do the most. Yeah, I mean, they could do the most. They happily together doing the most. And guess what happened? They raising their children up. Their children doing well. They children don't mind opening up about things. Even his daughter that everybody jumped across because he talking about taking her to the what's name to see if she was virgin or not, whatever, right? She came out talk about how she went through an embarrassing moment and she was depressed. Being open up and things in that criteria, they do well, and all they children ain't running around in and out of jail, locked up, harming people, hurting people, the whole 9 yards. They going through regular problems like everybody else go through. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So like,
but a rapper is going to cheat on you. So like, it's certain things like people just act like they're like, if you date a rapper, I don't care who he is, he's going to cheat on you. He's a rapper.
Yeah.
There's no rapper on the planet that don't be cheating on a girl. Don't get with a rapper, and then you probably won't have that problem.
And you know, ladies, stop me if I'm wrong, ladies. From my understanding, I heard from other women and even men coming around like, yeah, my wife gave me a hall pass. Like women give out hall passes.
Yeah.
But again, they don't need to tell you that they gave a man a hall pass.
Right.
And some of these dudes give their women a hall passes, depending on the relationship. I don't know. I mean, that would never be me. However, I'm not nobody's judge. If he gave it, you looking at something that you know nothing about. Mind your business. That's what we got to really start paying attention to. Mind your business. You never know what's going on with people.
Right.
You know, but I heard hall passes is a thing. And then the more that I be around people, I see like I'm hearing it more and more like, oh no, I gave them, and guess what? I have nothing to do with that. I'm like, all right, that's on you. It doesn't change, it doesn't make me look at them differently or make me think less of a person, because that's the way two people who have mutual agreements about things move on and make sure they, you know, and they living happily ever after.
Yeah, it's just the ego of a man and the ego of a woman when it comes to stuff like that. If we were just real with ourselves and just stop being in our egos, we'll probably just, you know, stay together depending on the situation, you know. Not me, but you know, but if I was married like T.I. and Tiny and we were together for this amount of time and she slept with Floyd Mayweather and I slept with Bernice, I'd be like, all right, touche.
Yeah, that's all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you was married to Rihanna and Rihanna cheated on you for A$AP Rocky or Drake.
Oh no, I'm leaving her and she's paying me alimony for the next 6 years. I'm emotionally devastated. So yes.
I'm emotional.
Right. I'll be in the courtroom crying and I'm all kinds of victims and all kinds of stuff. She's paying me $750,000 a year for the next 6 years.
You know, somebody said it, and this is true. I said this too, because everybody goes to the extreme. Well, I'm not taking cheating. You know, cheating is not a deal breaker for certain people. And I gotta accept. Is it for me? Yes. But I'm not presupposing my mentality thinking that everybody, maybe I'm immature in that. I take that. I'm not saying that I am immature in that, but if somebody who doesn't take cheating as a deal breaker might say, well, you immature. Well, guess what? I take it. But I'm only saying to say that the reason why you need to mind your business, because certain people can deal with certain things that you probably can't deal with, and they can grow from that. It's just like it's certain things that you could probably take that somebody else might be looking like, you deal with that. I wouldn't deal with that, because that's not their forte. It doesn't fit their personality of them being able to deal with that. So you just need to mind your business.
Yeah, I'm not putting up with nobody cheating on me because I don't have to. You know, some people may feel like they have to put up with somebody cheating on them, you know, and then at the same time, a man cheating on a woman is different than a woman cheating on a man. And that's never going to change. It just is what it is. And, you know.
But why would you say is different? Betrayal is betrayal.
Yes. I'm not saying one is not right and the other one is right. They're both wrong.
Okay.
But it's still different, you know, because when a woman cheats on a man, we have grown up on the offense trying to have sex with women, right? And we've been shut down, told no, left and right, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a woman goes through life the opposite. she shuts men down, telling men no, you cannot have sex with me. Men don't live like that. No, you can't have sex with me, right? So when a woman cheats, right? The first thing a guy could turn around and say, damn, like how you let him hit? You ain't even let me hit that early. How you give him your phone number, and it took me like a month chasing you for you to finally get my phone number, for you to actually give me your phone number. So what are we doing here? So women are naturally on the defensive when it comes to dating, you know, like, no, you can't have sex with me. No, you can't have my phone number. So you gonna wait until I marry you or me and you get together and we're in a deep relationship for you to turn around and start saying, yes, you can have sex with me? No, get the hell out of here. No, you get out. No, I mean, literally get the hell out of here. Get out my house. Like, no, because you can turn down a man's sexual, you can turn down a man's sex easier than I can turn down a woman's sex, because you've been doing it for the last 20 some years. I haven't been turning women down left and right for the last 20 some years. You know, I've been turning down women's sexual advances, I would say, for the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. But you've been turning down a man's sexual advances for the last 20 years. Why the hell did you stop? Why you gonna wait until you get with me to stop turning down men's sexual advances? What the hell? No, get out. Does that make sense?
I see where you're going at. In other words, women
she's conditioned to say no. So why are you gonna wait to be with me to say yes?
You're saying that she been practicing this.
She said no to us when we started getting with her.
Men never say, normally young boys never say no to sex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Normally young boys never say no to sex, but women has more discernment and more picky. And
no, it's not discernment. They just naturally don't want a bunch of men sticking her.
That's right.
She's naturally gonna say no.
So she has to have discernment of who she lays down with.
No, okay, yeah. You're right. They have to have, because they don't have discernment. They still made a bad decision, but they still
right. Discernment is determined whether you make a good decision or a bad decision. It's still
right.
Yeah.
So it's more of a natural muscle memory operation of saying, no, you can't have sex with me as a woman. So for you to actually let a man have sex with you and you got a boyfriend, you are trash.
I think that, to say that is different, and I get wrong. Listen, to say that is different. Nothing in the universe is equal, so I will have to say yes to a degree. However, when you pull back all of the scales, the root of it is betrayal. Betrayal is betrayal, regardless of the gender of who's doing it. You wouldn't want a woman to cheat on you. You shouldn't cheat on a woman, and vice versa. So I'm with the principle, not with, I'm with the pure principle, which is betrayal, which is nothing different on that aspect, on that principle base.
But Raw,
I'm listening.
If your cousin that used to smoke crack smokes crack again, but and you gonna look at him a certain kind of way. But if I turn around and smoke crack and I ain't never smoked crack, you gonna look at me totally different than your cousin, right? Because I'm not accustomed to doing it, and they are. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody offers him some crack, he might be like, no.
And that's because.
Hold on. But if somebody offers me crack and I turn around and say yes, you're gonna be like, the hell is wrong with you? It's a difference. So am I right?
Yeah, again, nothing in the universe is equal. Nothing. So we can break down the differences, but the root of it, principle based, in which I want to stay on, is betrayal. Betrayal is betrayal regardless of gender. And at the end of the day, when betrayal happens, anybody, man or woman, has the right to leave, which is why, but I understand what you're trying to say on it. I don't agree 100% of everything that you said, but I think that you brought up some wrong analogies. That's first of all, you brought up the wrong analogies.
Somebody said we compare cheating to crack now.
Listen, I think I think you brought up some wrong analogies, but at the end of the day, smoking crack is smoking crack, whether you did it or
but if somebody that is used to be a crackhead, you just gonna be like, okay,
you're gonna have more lenient, but the only
right. But if I start doing it, you're gonna be like, bro, what the hell is wrong with you?
You funny as hell, yo.
I'm just saying, it's a difference.
Yo,
I'm accustomed to saying no to smoking crack, and your cousin isn't.
Yo, somebody asks, so he thinks it's more special because he smoked crack once.
I'm just saying, it's more expected for him to do it again.
It's his analogies, y'all. It's his analogies. Hey, yo, but yeah, man, I just, again, to bring it back full circle out, because I want to play one more thing, because I know you got 30 minutes left. But just to bring back so far what we talking about, we start talking about men knows when women's cheating, and women need to stop shaming other women for wanting to work out their problems. Right?
I think women should shame women more. I don't think it's like, see, this is the problem, man. Women encourage women to do dumb stuff, and then they shame women for doing smart stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Because again, I think the root of that is envy and jealousy.
Right. So I want y'all to think about that. Women encourage women to keep doing something stupid that's going to make their lives worse, but then they shame women, their friends, for doing something smart to keep them from being smart. Am I off here, Rob? I'm just saying.
I got what you're saying. It's like the woman, it's like some women, and my mom told me to say this language. Miserable women want to tear down strong women for doing what they're doing. So because they didn't or wasn't on a mental level of trying to work out, again, disclaimer, we're not talking about you getting beat your eyes in, and we're not talking about the extremes, because people get divorces for less. Let's be clear. But she said that we live in a time where a woman that is strong and want to use find conflict resolutions to problems, those women aren't celebrated. Those women are being teared down for women who just want to come and go. Right? But they use those women who want to come and go, they use the man's flaws as an scapegoat and as an excuse to cover what they truly really wanted for themselves. They just really want to come and go.
Yeah, you're right.
Say that. You know what I'm saying? So I think women need to stop blaming other women if they want to use conflict resolutions for their problems. That's it. But I wanted to go to this last little subject, because I just posted this, and I want you to tell me.
Okay.
I want you to tell me what you think about this. Let me see. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. And I think and this is perfect, because I already know where you're gonna be at with this, because we only had a little bit of this conversation, but I'm glad we're going to be able to spend 30 minutes on this one. Here we go.
I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. That's true, though.
But men need to be men. I say the same thing because I'm about holding accountability. Number one, in the end, we're taught in the nation that that regardless, whatever happens in a relationship, in the end, it's always the man's fault. In the end. And the reason being is because you're supposed to be the leader. So if you're the captain of the ship and that ship, something happens on the ship, it might not have been the captain who actually did it. But
you're the captain.
You're the captain. You are the last person that gets off that ship. You make sure everyone is safe first. So that's the mindset, and you got to take ownership. You got to take leadership.
Yeah.
Because if it go right, you want the praise.
Right.
If it go
if it go wrong, why you don't want that?
100%, you got to accept it.
That's true. Fact.
And that doesn't take accountability from the woman. That's not saying that women aren't wrong for being a part of it. Because sometimes when people hear that, they think, yeah, see, you heard what the brother said. Nah, you got some BS. We're not excusing you of your BS. But at the end, we just taking account a part of what it means to be a man.
Talk to me.
All right, bring it bigger.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in the cases where it's actually his ship, I agree. But in most cases, it's not his ship.
Okay.
And that's when it's different. It's usually
I agree.
The woman's ship. You know what I'm saying? She lives in Section 8 housing or whatever. The man lives with her, So that's the difference. But if it's the captain and it's his ship, he goes down with the ship. He makes sure everybody's good. But if it's not his ship, he's getting off first because it's actually not even her ship. It's the government's ship. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden's ship. Let Joe Biden stay here. So
in other words, now, mind you, your tone changed from the first time you ever heard me say this, though. And maybe because you probably heard me explain it a little bit more thoroughly than in the past. Because I remember you was like, no, I don't agree with that. I'm just at a third. But I see maybe because you probably heard me explain it a little bit more, I can see what you're talking about now.
Yeah, like I said, if you pick a leader, man or woman, if you just pick a leader, right, and things fall apart, it's the leader's fault. But if you are the leader and everything falls apart, it's your fault. And in most of these backwards ass relationships, the woman is the leader. And that's why I say the ship is usually a Section 8 housing government owned ship, and it ain't his ship. Because in most cases, these chicks are out here sleeping with dudes that ain't got nowhere to stay. And he move in with her. That's where the majority of the father's kids are. They ain't got, the chick got her place and the dude ain't got no place. The dude live with her. The reason why the statistic was out there where 80% or almost 80% of black households are ran by women, that's taxes. That's head of household, which means the man did not live, he was not on a lease, and he's not filed for head of household. Where do you think the statistic came from? So that's what I'm saying.
100%.
It's not his ship. So therefore it's not his fault.
I got you. And even then, when you even look at it that way, I don't think that a man should even, if you can't exercise leadership in a marriage, right? Or, and obviously we talk about marriage, but just say a relationship with the woman in general, right? Then you already out of pocket.
Yeah. Whoever leads the relationship,
right?
their fault.
Yeah. So, And that's a hard pill to swallow for a leader. See, that's what it means to be. What it means to be a man, to me, is one, you need to learn how to lead and be a leader. And when you're a leader of your marriage or relationship or your household, anything underneath your watch, it might not. And as I said to somebody, somebody said, well, if you're the captain of the ship, somebody said in the comments when I posted that, if you're the captain of the ship, the Titanic hit the iceberg. So was that the captain's fault? Yes, because he ignored on what was on the radar. They seen iceberg. Instead of them turning around, they try to go through the iceberg. That's their fault. That's the captain's fault. So regardless, and sometimes like in the military, the platoon leader in the army might not have done something. It could be somebody, but someone in his squad did something. When the when a lieutenant comes, they're not going to get to the soldier, or the private soldier doesn't just get in trouble, but the platoon leader gets in trouble too. Why? Because it happened underneath his watch.
Leader, right?
Like, what do you mean? Like, you need to be in control of your situation. You need to be in control of your household. That means when you know the diameter of your woman's thinking, then you know the circumference of her actions. You could start multiplying and be like, you know what she more likely to do and what she's more likely not to do. Yeah. Other than that, you're not studying your woman. So if you don't study your woman, then you still don't. It's still your fault because you should have been studying that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So these are things. It's a hard pill to swallow, but I think that when you come to grips with that, it'll make you a better leader and just better on your next go around on a relationship. To me, my personal.
Yeah, but see, most women, Black women, not white women, not other cultures, but most Black women, they have already, made up in their minds that they want a man to follow her program or either get her out of her situation or help her with her kids or, helping her, which to a certain degree is making the man the helpmate instead of the woman. So he comes in and starts helping her, which means that she's the actual leader. And that's the reason why communities are so screwed up. So what happens is when she has this approach, because she doesn't even know she's doing this, but when she has this approach, she's only going to attract men who are totally okay with her leading him, and then she gets mad when the baby comes. I need you to step up. I need you to be a leader. And he's like, I thought you were the leader. I'm following your program, Keisha, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like now out of nowhere, just because you don't had a baby, I'm supposed to come out of nowhere and do something or be something that I never was in the first place. This is who you chose to be with, a man that's not a leader. So the men that are leaders, she isn't good enough for, or she's too uncooperative to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So she chooses to be with this dude over here that is actually looking for a mommy or a leader or a partner. Women love it. I want a partner. You know what I'm saying? So she ends up getting exactly what she asked for and then turns around and gets mad when the dude isn't what she asked for, which is kind of dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Because you already know certain men, just like me, Rashawn, the typical woman don't want to deal with me in a relationship because I'm going to tell her, right? I'm telling her to sit her ass down somewhere. She don't want to tell her to sit her ass down somewhere. Well, I'm not going to tell her. She's just going to sit her ass down. You know what I'm saying? So she don't want to deal with that. So she's going to find some dude that she could tell to sit his ass down. So that's just a perfect example right there. Yeah, does that make sense?
No, I get exactly what you're saying.
So certain women look for certain dudes and then get mad at them when they become the dude that they actually were looking for, because since a baby is in a situation, she wants things to be different. No, you are looking for a man to help you take care of your kids. You're not looking for a man to lead your household. You just looking for help, assistance. You know what I'm saying? So no.
Listen, man. Listen, that was beautiful. I get you. I definitely get you. But listen, that was beautiful. I know you gotta get ready because you going on live at what time?
Yeah, I'm going live on Mr. Let Go on YouTube at 5 o'clock. So I just gotta get some stuff ready before.
Everybody, before we log off, make sure y'all like this. Like.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like.
Oh, you ain't said hit the like button.
I know.
I just thought about that.
Y'all gotta hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me. But yeah, bro, I definitely appreciate you for going live with me. I wanted to hear your thoughts. Always beautiful discussion as always. And then yeah, we're gonna pick this thing back up. And yeah, I'm gonna holler at you, all right?
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, peace.
All right.
Yeah, everybody, listen. Beautiful conversation. I hope I cleared up a few questions and things that people had on my TikTok right now, because my videos is going viral right now and it's crazy. So I hope I answer a few questions. Men knows when a woman's cheating. Stop shaming women for wanting to work out their problems. And yeah, holla at me.